How's everyone doing? Not sure where my husband went. He usually is on to watch me, just make certain I'm working and clear and you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. We are going to be working on jewelry again today. I do it usually on Wednesdays, although I might take a breather from jewelry for one day and go with crochet, but today's not one of those days. I have everything ready for jewelry making. I went and chose all the things I wanted to use. So let's do it. I am interested in making and I'll let that show on the screen. Yep, that works. That works really well. No demo, just normal. So anyone who talks in the comments will say, hi, I'm here. Everything like that. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rivka's Craft Corner. How is everyone doing? So, let's start with the jewelry. One thing I like about making jewelry is you can do so much with jewelry. A lot of people love jewelry. I'm going to be using this right here, this wire. This is the one I'm going to be working today. So I'm going to take quite a few things off of it. So let's go here. I think about this long because we are going to do something unique today. Yeah, that'll be plenty. Because I'm going to do wire wrapping today. And I'm going to be using real genuine things. So I have this emerald right here. That's emerald. And I have some blue. I'll be using some blue no, I'm not gonna do that. And so I'm looking at these just a sec to see which ones I want to use. I could go with pink and go with red. Do have garnet. So garnet, we could do garnet too. See, this is garnet right there. It's garnet. I mean, the pink would go good with that. I'm going to make 2 bracelets today, I decided. Much easier to do. So I'm just looking through my stuff that I have. I want to stay as close to the colors I need, so I'm going to go with like a purple and a red and make it very pretty. That's my thoughts. I'm also thinking about going with crystal. So I'm looking at all that I have that's red. So this is ruby. This is real ruby. This is garnet right here. That's garnet. And this is amethyst. And I'm thinking of putting this right in the middle of the this is not real pearl. And I'm thinking of let's stay with the red colors. I do like the idea of it. And we could even put amber in with it. I think that would look really kind of cool. Yeah, amber, and these right here are what you call not sea beads. These are actually heavy little metal beads. I could put that in between them. That's not a bad idea. I was going to go blue, but I think I'm going to go green maybe with a little bit of red and bring it out that way. That's my thinking. And I have this one right here. This one right here. Whoa. Don't want to lose that. I ordered some more beads from somebody. This would be kind of cool. Putting one of these beads in. That's garnet too. Although this would be, no, that's amethyst. This is garnet right here. And this is amethyst. But the one I'm looking at is something like this, and this is pretty heavy. I can't remember what this is. But this one would look really pretty with it. So like in between, but I'm definitely thinking going around with this one right here and making this the focal point. Making this the focal point. What do you think? That being the focal point. It's a thoughts. It's thoughts. It's thoughts. I would think that's not a bad idea. Like I said, that's what I'm thinking of using today. I think I'm going to be making it very intricate. And that's why I'm trying to make decisions right now. Very intricate. I might not go with the green though. I think I decided against the green today. Not that I don't want to do green. This is real emerald, by the way. That's in emerald beads. I'll be ordering some more later on. But I think the focal point I'm after, trying to visualize this, guys, in my brain of what I want to use. So I'm thinking this right here. This one right here. This is ruby. This with this. Maybe this one. I'm not sure if I want to go with this one or not.
Just going to briefly check if your sound is on.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping you'll do. Not sure on that one. Might not use garnet.
Yep, got an echo. We're good.
Good. This is all anything to do with amethyst. So that's amethyst. See, I want to stay with real things. And I'm thinking amber too. I'm trying to visualize what I'm going to be doing here. So here's amber. So we got amber, amethyst, and then putting these in between, maybe. We'll think. So I'm going with realism here. This took me a while to think what I'm going to go with, but I think how I'm going to work this out. Okay, we can close this off. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Riff Kiss Craft Corner. I'm trying to think here how I want to do this. And I think I'm going to use the smaller of the, like these right here. Oh, okay. These right here to wrap around to make it more stable. Because it's going to go around like this. Thinking about that. So we have a lot on my plate, or my ideas that I'm planning on doing. So let me think here. We want to do So the first things first, we're setting up this part right here. This part right here is the, I'm using real, this is and I told Jeff that if I ever buy any more magnets, I want to buy this type of magnet, because they don't come apart as easy as some of them. So I'm taking this one. Thinking this one. So we're going to go this way. I think that's the one I want to go with. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap. I think I want to put this like this and wrap like this. Bring it to this part right here and do what you call a wrap. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap, but we're going to do a very unique type of, this is something new to me. Not wrapping. Wrapping's not new. But it's new to me because of the fact that I'm doing, so I'm going to wrap. Been a while since I wrapped, hasn't it? So we're going to wrap 1 and 2 and 3. Now we're going to push it in, just make sure it's in. And I want to kind of make it nice and tight. That will work. Yes. So what I'm thinking is between them, I want to go with a bugle look. So I'm thinking this is the route I'm going right here. This is different. Whoa! Of course I dropped it. This is the thing I'm thinking about going with. And I was showing you, this is the other one I was going to go with. So let's get the wrapping stuff ready. Because it's going to be very interesting when it's wrapped. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go with. And this time I'm going to be doing wrapping. It's not going to be just easy peasy lemon squeezy stuff. No, I'm going to take it again and close it off right here. So we're going to wrap. I'm going to be making a very interesting bracelet. So first things first, we're going to wrap right here, just right here, just like I just did. So I want to do it 3 times or 4 times just so it does not come apart. And I'll bring this up so you can see what I'm doing. This is a different type of bracelet. This is new to me. It's an idea that came to me, and hopefully you like it. So what I'm thinking is, give me a minute to, where did it go? So what I'm doing right now is I'm bringing that down just so it's nice and flat, so it's not in the way. So it's wrapped around, and we're going to take this bead right here. This is ruby. So we're going to take a ruby bead. And we're going to take it right there. And we are going to wrap this right around this. Because we're going to do what you call, once it's done, I want it to kind of look like this and going like right around. So we'll do this one more time. And one more around to tighten it. Then, because we did that, now I'm going to also bring this one over here. Just to give you an idea what I'm going with. Okay? Then I'm going to wrap this right around this one. And I'm going to wrap this 3 times. And there we go. Now this is a different type. It's a different type of bracelet. But I think it'll be a very pretty bracelet when it's all done. So I think I got it. You want to make certain it's really close. You want it tight. You don't want it where it'll come off. So this starts it right here. Are you seeing what I'm doing, guys? Now we'll take this little thing right here, which is a long, long strand, and we do again 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. Because you want it to be tight and down, and you want this pull down. This one's going to be what you call like a bangle. That's what I'm after. That gives you an idea of what I'm thinking of. Now, we just put a ruby there. So, the next bead I want to use is actually this bugle bead. About that size. If I can get it in. Not that one, that needs to be drilled. This one. Okay. So this is a bugle bead. And I'm thinking the bugle bead can go like this. And we're going to do the bugle bead I'm not liking that. I don't think I want to do the bugle beads. I decided against that. So we're going to put, and you have to be careful if you're going to use amber, which I plan on doing. Amber. And there's a reason I went with this one. Is because this actually has 3 little areas here that you have to put wire through. And you'll see what I'm doing once I'm done with it. So yeah. Still trying to decide how I want this done. I think that's what I want. And then I want to bring this right here, just snug enough. And then I want to do 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm getting real, believe it or not, I'm getting real, okay. Have a plan, I think. Yeah, I think I have a plan. Just want this to be brought down a little bit, like it's supposed to. That looks good. Now, if you're seeing my plan, you'll understand what I'm doing. So there's that, and then what I do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to wrap this 3 times with the thin wire. So it doesn't come apart, guys. This is one of the big things when you have something like this. You don't want it to come apart. That looks pretty good with the idea I have in mind. See? What do you think? It's going to be in a round sort of like setup. Okay. Then we are going to take, I decided against the beagle beads. So I'm thinking the round I want to go, because we want it to go, whoa, 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 whoa. Did I just drop you? I dropped it. Okay. Number 1, the bugle beads are in the way. Do I like the bugle beads? Well, I lost a couple of them already. Lost a couple of them already. They fell on the ground. I'll find them probably after the live, but I'll find them. So what I'm thinking is, why are you wrapped like that? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get everything organized here. I'm holding that like it's no tomorrow. Now, what's interesting about this one is this is ruby. So we're using ruby here. Ruby and amber. That's what we're using. And then what I'm doing is I'm wrapping it around, making it tight. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to wrap it around again and make that tight. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to Make sure that it's nice and tight and nice and tight. Okay. So I'm going to take this, put that down like that. I'm going to wrap this, and I'm going to go 1, 2, just checking things out, guys, and 3. Now we got the 3 down here, and then we're going to tighten it against it like this. Because this is jewelry I'm making. And the jewelry I'm making is what you call, it's not really folk, but there. Yeah, I like that setup. I like that better. So that's what we'll do. So we're going to do amber again. Yeah. See, that's what happens when you're trying to figure it out, and it finally dawns on you what you have to do. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Okay, this is the one I'm after. Now you want to look for the area right here. So this is amber, guys. This is amber. And we want this to be nestled right in here. Now, I'm going to nestle it right here, and then I'm going to wrap. Okay, I think I figured it out now. And we want it to kind of look right. Yeah, I think I figured it out. I think I figured my round I'm going. 1, 2, and 3. And make sure that's nice and flat. Yeah, I'm seeing it. What about you guys? Are you seeing it? Are you seeing what I'm thinking of? So, yeah. Next one to be wrapped is the other side. I think that will look really pretty, and then when we turn it, this will go like this. Can you visualize it? Can you visualize it? So we're using ruby, and we're using amber. We're using amber. Yeah, I think I like that idea. Okay, I think I figured it out now. Took me a while to figure out what I'm doing. I think I have an idea now. Woo! So, ruby, and then amber. Makes it kind of fiery. Wouldn't you agree, dear?
Ruby and amber are good choices to put together. I'll say that much.
But it makes it look fiery, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a bit.
So this one's going to go around that. And we're going to tighten it and make certain it stays tight. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to bring it up a little bit. You want it to kind of have it nestled. So right now I don't have sterling silver on me. It's on its way. So this is actually made out of what type of a metal do I have, honey? Copper, isn't it?
Yeah, copper.
Yeah.
That's the main one at the moment.
I have copper at the moment. No. That's the way I want it. I want it nestled in to this part right here. I want this nestled right in. It just took me a bit to figure out how I wanted to go about. So you don't want to go more than 3. Trust me on that. There. So I have copper at the moment, but I'm getting sterling silver. Like absolutely going to get sterling silver. So now we want to make certain this fits around, because what we're after is we want this part right here, because in the middle I have something I'm going to be putting together. I have an idea of what I want to do. So I wanted to make certain this part looks good. And you want it to go around your wrist. But not too tightly.
Where do I find your links? Are they in the thing below? Go away, fly.
Check the links. Yeah, that's. So this one's a little loose. I noticed that, but there's nothing I can do about it because I already have it wrapped. Normally I don't want it too loose, but the other one I did a different type of wrapping around it. But I think I've figured out the way I want this to go. So we want to get this right here. Now we are separating this from the other part. Okay. This is the next one, and this is going to be the fun one. We are going to take this and this, because this is going to be, this is the reason I got 2 strands. So that, come on, that, yeah, okay. That, that, okay, that's the way I wanted it. Okay, yeah, and this and this. There's a reason why I went with 2 strands. Now you'll see my thoughts, my thought process, my ideas. And then you want to wrap this tightly around this. You want to make certain this is tight against this. So as you can tell, this is the way it's going to go. And it's going to go right here. And we wanted it right in the middle. That's the idea. What do you think?
Looking good there.
So right now I'm just tightening it around that side. Okay, that's what I'm after. Tight. Yep. And we take this one right here. And we tighten this around just to make sure it's in. Okay. And then we tighten around this one more time. We were trying to get it so it does not come apart. And this. Now, what we want to do is in the back, we're looking at it. We want to bring this part in. Now, it looks like it's part of the jewelry I'm making. Do you see it? Do you see that this is going to look really pretty when it's done? So I'm thinking that's the round I'm after. And we want this to go around like that. We don't want it too tight, but we want it loose enough, but we don't want it too tight. And we want to go there. So what I'm thinking is, yeah, we want it just right into the middle right here. Can you see it, guys? So the next thing I need to do is, because this is right where it needs to be, we want to go with the red. This is actually real gemstones. I'm using ruby. And I'm using why is that happening? Ruby. So there's the ruby right here. That's fine there. And we are going to wrap that. We don't want to lose that little ruby here. We want it to look really spiffy. Oh, Murgles. Went too far. I went too far. I went too far. I wanted it to be nestled, if that makes sense. So I am having a little bit. There we go. I think I got it in. Yeah. 2, 3. So we wanted the ruby to be right in the middle like that, as you can tell. Turn this just a bit so you can make certain that the ruby shows up. Then you want to kind of tighten that part right into the little spot right there to hold it in place. Just give me a minute while I fix this. That's more like it. So there's the ruby right there. Can you see it, guys? That's sort of what I'm after. So it's going to go like that. This goes into the middle. This part wraps around right here. And you still have a little bit of room to grab. So, yeah, I think I did pretty good to set it up. So we take the middle one right here, and we go with the amber next. I'd like to go with something decent size, not too big, but not too small. And then you put that right like that. Right now looking for the bead hole. And there's the bead hole. It has it right here. That's good. Now we want it to be nestled. We don't want to be overpowering it. So we want it nestled but not too tight. Because one thing I found about amber is it's actually a very soft rock. It's very soft. Like really soft. And one more. Okay, and that helps us know where the amber goes. So as you can tell, ruby's next, then the amber, then the ruby, and then we sign off on this one bracelet. Just making sure it's nice and flat. We want it to be where I can, yeah, that looks good. We want it to be in its little nestled spot. So, next one after that is ruby. So we want to put ruby right here. So this is a real ruby. Not fake, it's ruby. It's a ruby bead. Now we take this, we tighten it. We want it to be pretty much in the middle when we're doing this. And you want to make sure it's tight, but not too tight. And you want to do 3 of them. Okay. Now we got the ruby in. And then you take this. And you make certain this is nice and tight. Sorry, I'm trying to get it so it's staying in one spot. Like I said, this is not stainless steel, or this is copper. So, and don't get it wet. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Do you see the bracelet coming out together? That's my goal. The bracelet is going to come in place of that. So I'm using this as my little area to put the bead in. And then I put the ruby in. Trying to find there's the bead thing right here. As you can tell, I want to have it nestled. Now this is amber. Now this is the next one over. So we want to make something that amber is wrapped in a way that keeps it in place. That's one. That's two. And that's three. And you still have the amber pretty much in its place. Do you see what I mean? Then when you do this and you put this and wrap it around your wrist, I think one more ruby and we should be good. I think. Might be off by a little bit, but yeah, I think. So here's, and what I like doing is I like making certain this is all scrunched in. That looks so much better. Yeah. I like putting the scrunch in just to make certain it's nice and flat and it's nice and tight too. You don't want it too tight, but you don't want it too loose. So next one is ruby. Ruby. So this is ruby right here. Now, this one is wrapped around this side. 2, 3. Holds it in place. What?
There's going to be another glass somewhere, and there it is.
Yeah, I didn't have my coffee today.
That's unfortunate.
It is, isn't it? So we want this.
Do you want your green container washed?
Yeah, I do. Did you wash my other thing too?
Yeah, it's drying on the rack.
Okay, so I might have to put one more amber on the underside and a ruby. Now, as long as that other part looks good, we're fine. No. And of course it fell. So the next one is to be wrapped around this one. And make sure this is nice and round like that. Because we want to make sure this goes in. So you want to have this part right here and make it nice and tight. And do it again. And one more. So what I'm going to do is to make it tight, I'm going to take this one right here and I'm going to tighten it. We don't want it too tight against the bead though, because you want to have a little bit of room, just a little, and then it's done. So there's the ruby, there's the amber. I think that will suffice. Let me just check this real quick, guys. Taking this just a second just to see what I'm doing here. Trying to put it because you want it in the middle right here, so you did I mess up on this? Probably definitely did. I'm going to keep this part there, but that means this is like right over here. Not liking it, and I don't like wasting wire. Let's do one more ruby. I think that will probably fix it, but it's going to be on the side, which is not what I usually do. Not usually on the side. I was off by one bead. That bites. That really does bite. So we'll do this. You know what? I'm not liking it. I just not, and I can't undo it. I did it differently at the very beginning. And I don't like when I make mistakes, but I made a big mistake on this one. So we will undo this. I'm sorry, it's just driving me nuts. Have you ever worked on something that you thought, oh, this is going to look amazing, and it's not amazing, and it's like, why did I do that? That is where I'm at right now. I had everything all fixed on the wire, and yeah, okay. I am off by 1 or 2 beads. And if I'm off by 1 or 2 beads, it will not look right. So I thought I could make it work. It's not working the way I want it to work. So we are going to redo this. The good news is I can unwind it, and that will take care of that. And I do like the fact that I use this as the middle right here. I do. Yeah, this one next. And I actually have a straightener. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, this does not look right to me. And if something doesn't look right, you don't keep going, right? If something doesn't look right, you don't keep going, and you have to redo it. And that's what I feel. So we're going to redo it. The good news is I brought this thing right here. And why I say that is, watch this. Okay. Do you see how it straightens out the wire? I straightened out the wire because it didn't look right to me. So, yeah, this is next. So we're going to undo this. I was off by 3 beads. 3 beads, guys. 3 beads. Okay, you can go there since you wanted to drop. 3 beads. And because I was off by those 3 beads, it just was driving me kind of nutso. So I'm looking at it. Okay, so this one right here, this one goes on the underside. And then this one right here. And then this one right here. And you want to mix it. You did not wrap it. So I must have wrapped this like this for a second. Then I wrap this like this. Okay. So we want to have it nice and flattened before I pull this off to readjust. Because I'm off by 3 beads, I think. So we're going to straighten this out. So the first thing is to straighten it out. It does take a little bit of time to straighten out because you did use it, and that straightens it out. So I'm right now straightening this out. If something doesn't look right to you, you don't keep going with it. At least that's what I feel. Jeff can tell you I'm a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to my beading or when it comes to my jewelry, I'm a perfectionist. I want it to look the way I want it to look, and if it didn't look that way, then it comes apart. So that's all cleared up, and then we are going to take this one right here. It's only about 2 beads back. Seriously, it's only 2 beads back. 2 beads. That's all it is. It's 2 beads back. So we'll pull this off like this. See? I do like that idea, but you pull it off and you check this very quickly. And you make sure it's all in this little section. That doesn't look right to me. So you undo to the point where you feel you messed up before and you fix it. You fix it. So this one's fine where it's at. This is where I didn't make a mistake. As you can tell, it looks good. It looks great. And you take your wire thingy, your wire straightener, and you straighten the wire. And there you go. Straighten the wire. Okay, so we have the ruby. We straightened this wire too because we want it to look right. Okay, so we are straightening the wire at the moment. I like wire straighteners because it really takes the kinks out that you put in. So here we go. Not sure why it did that. Might have to fix that. So what I'm going to have to do is I think I'm going to have to redo this, guys. Seriously, this is driving me nuts. I don't know if anyone's ever done this, but you want it just perfect, and if it's not perfect, it's not feasible. And I'm one of those perfectionists when it comes to my jewelry. I'm like a perfectionist. Jeff can confirm that, little baby.
Yeah.
If it does,
just right.
If it doesn't look right, I take it apart and I redo it. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Redoing it. Because it didn't look right to me. It's every which way. And I want my jewelry to be uniquely made. I don't want it made by, you know, I'm not a a factory. There, that's better. So that holds it in place. That holds this in place. Now, we want to. What's the matter? Yeah, I know. I can't seem to get rid of it either. And while I'm live, I can't really fix it until after my live. And I know what they're doing. Are you looking something up?
Yeah.
Let me guess. How to get rid of the problems with Twitch. Yeah. I don't want people advertising on mine. For views, I don't do views. I don't try and get people to do views. If anything, I just want to do it in a normal, natural way. That's all I want to do.
Yes, first to show you the moderator status in the channel. Click on the chat settings icon in the bottom left corner of the chat box. I've done this. It doesn't work.
Yeah. So I just took it apart because I wasn't too happy with it. Okay. And then 2. And then 2. And then 3. Okay, there we go. And keeps it nice and fluid, right in fluid. Nice and clear in that. Now I think I got it fixed because I had to redo this. I'm sure you guys understand that because, like I said, I am
Are you sure I'm a moderator? It's not giving me the options.
I'm about 99% sure I made you moderator. You're my husband. I would.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And I even made Audie moderator.
Well, all I've got.
Okay, so there we go there. And that's that. Okay, so. Yeah, that's good. So there's that right there. And you can see what I just did. I had to go all the way back. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to put Ruby in next. What happened was it just didn't come out right in my book. And if it doesn't come out, I have to redo it from scratch. Well, not from scratch, but. And you want to have it wrapped. Check. Yeah, you want to have it wrapped. So you hold this in place. And you take that. And you hold that in place. You don't want it too tight, but you don't want it underwhelming either.
I can't. There's nothing that I can find.
And one more go. Then you have it right in the middle, right here and here.
No, I can't. I don't even know how to test it on the moderator.
Okay. Give me a moment, please, and I'll check. So we got that in. I like having this part right here. I'm using the bead to help me push it down just a tad. Right in the middle. See? Right in the middle. And I don't want to ruin this bead because this bead is amber, and amber is not easy, guys. Yeah, that's better. Want that one to sit like that. Like that. That's good. And amber's right there. So there's that. There's that. Now we're going to put amber again on because I was off by a little bit. We're going to take this big one right here. And we're going to put the amber on right here.
I'm not.
Are you sure?
I'm nearly 100% sure because this thing I'm going through, there should be a thing that says switch to mod settings, and I don't have it. So I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Give me a minute and I'll fix the switch. Okay. Okay, that's nice and tight. But not too tight, but it keeps it in place. And that's how you do that. And it keeps it nice and in place. I'm not sure why that one keeps popping out. Popping in, popping out. Okay. So this one, I think I need maybe one more red one. And then I think we're good. I think we're good. So yeah, sorry about that. It just seemed that I thought I had it all done and then I found out I don't. So this is ruby, and this is amber. And then you want to do this, and you want to aim it. Check and see which one has the smaller amount. And then you go wrap 1, wrap 2, and one more, a half a wrap, 3. Then you take this right here, you make sure it's nice and tight, but not too tight, because you don't want it to, yeah, that makes it good. That looks good. Okay. Now I think because I added the extra bit that I needed, so I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to check this on this side. So this, and then right here. As long as it goes onto my wrist. Yeah, that should work. Yep, okay, we got it. Now we're going to go and put this right here. And we want to go through both little loops. There's number 1. You want this underneath it. So you just want to make sure this is all in. And then you bring this and you put this one into that little section. Now we have this part right here. This is underneath it, I think. Now, as you can tell, this slides on like that. And you pull it back a little bit. Very good. You want it pretty much even. So I'm checking it in the back, and that looks really good in my book. I want it nestled just in the middle. And there you go, right there. Now this part goes underneath. Once you got this on, it goes right here. And this part goes right in here. And that fits just perfect. So yeah, that's I messed it up by a little bit, but then it's fine now. Now let's see which one's the longer one of the two. Oh, they're about the same now. So we are going to tighten it around this one. And we're going to tighten around it one more time. And one more time. And then this goes underneath. Right there. And that goes like that. We got it. We got it, guys. We got it now. It looks amazing. I love it. I love it, I think. I'm just visualizing. So yeah, I think we got it just right now. Just took me a little bit of time. And it took patience. Now, we are going to put another ruby. This is ruby. I have a ruby color. I have ruby right here. This is real ruby. It's not fake. It's real ruby. Not glass. It's ruby. So, got the ruby. Now, we take it. We check the length. We go here. Now, I always go the opposite way than the other way. So if I did one way, the other way, I go the other way when I do the next wire wrap. Yeah, that looks tons better. And one more. There we go. And you flatten it out like that. That looks really good. Yep, that's good. Yeah, I think I figured out what I did wrong on the other one. Yeah, that should fit just right. Yeah, it's perfect now. Now what I usually do is I'll tighten it on this thing right here because we want the we want that part to keep it nice and tight. And we want to keep this part right here. Next is the amber. I think I'll go with this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. Yes, dear? Oh, thank you. So we got amber right here. And we are going to wrap around this one right here. We don't want it too thick. We don't want it too tight. We want it just right. Something doesn't seem right to me. There. We want it nestled. When you're doing amber, you need it to be nestled. Not too tight, but not too loose. That's pretty good. Okay, I think we got it. There's 1 and 2. Believe it or not, this is still part of wire wrapping. And 1 more. 3. I always make certain it's nice and tight, not too tight, but tight enough. And bring it out. And then what we do is we take this just a bit and we tighten it into that part right there. And there you go. You got it tight. You have this part right here. Then we go and do the ruby again. So what I need is 1, 2, 3, 4 of the rubies and 3 of the ambers. So we're going to do 4 of the rubies. Would I do it differently than I did it earlier this morning? Yes, I would. Because I had to go back and redo it just to make certain it fits. So there's that. Now this is the one I have to hold on to, and this is the one I have to wrap around. You do want it kind of tight, not that tight. You kind of want it tight, but not too tight. There. 2 and 3. Then you take this and you pull it there. And then you take this right here, you wrap this gently like that. And you pull this out and you pull this out. And it just brings out the pink to a point. So now we need to do the amber. Now we're trucking. Now we're trucking. Maybe that one. No, that's too tiny. This one. So we did it, guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen and everybody who's watching. And those who are watching in the future. Took me a while to get it to go the way I wanted it to go. So we bring this out just a tad, just so it's nestled. We want it nestled. And then check this length and this length. So we take this one right here and we hold it into this place. And then we tighten it like that. Two and three. And that helps keep the flow going. I like that. I like that. Okay, now we have this one right here, which I always tighten this close to the other thing, because you want it to be tightened against that and tightened against this. And that helps you know where you're at, and it still stays in place, but it's, yeah. Now we do another ruby. I think I had 3 of those, so not the ruby, but I'm talking about 3 of the amber. Took me a while. Sorry about that, but when you're a perfectionist like I am, you take your ruby and you tighten it like that. And you tighten it again. 1, 2, and 3. You make sure you have it tight. You want it tight, but you don't want it too tight that it's gonna break the bracelet, but you want it to look really good, really spiffy, you know. So we got it there and we got it there, and it's starting to look really good. Then we go and take this and we wrap that. Now we take one last one, which is a amber. Trying to think here. This one right here. Take one amber. And you put this in the middle. You want it nestled. You don't want to be too tough on it. You don't want to be too light on it. And then you wrap right around this. So you try and keep it as close to that, and then you tighten it and make sure it's in like a little envelope like thing. And then you go 1 and you go 2. And that holds it in place. And it still looks good. And you take this and make sure that's there. Then you take your wires. Now, because I am using amber, I am just being very gentle because I don't want to overpower the amber. Good. got it. Now, we count this side first to make certain we got the right amount. So we got that, we got that. So 1, 2, 3, amber. 1, 2, 3, amber. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing the last one, which is ruby. And then we're going to have fun trying to get this onto the other part. But yeah, we got it. We finally got this one up and going. You want to have this on this side. And then you take, I've been going alternate. So that's what I've been doing is I've been going alternate. So 1, 2, and 3. I've been going alternate, which turned out really good. It finally came out. And it has like a little bit of roundness to it. Now, we're at the ending. We're at the ending. Now, you want to make certain this is in the middle. And you want to make certain this is in the bottom. And you don't want it too tight, but you don't want it too loose. So now we have it. Now we go and take this right here. We take this right here. And we pull it. Now, because we have it like this, I think that would look good. We are going to wrap this around once. And we're going to wrap this around once. What we're doing is get this to be kind of like a loop-de-loop. You don't want it to be too tight. So this one's going to go wrapped around this one. And this one's going to be wrapped around this one.
Morning.
Good morning. And you want to fix this part right here. Okay. I think I got it now. So it's nice and gentle, but it's tight. Yeah, I think that'll work. Just took me a bit to figure out what I'm doing here. Now, we take this part right here. We bring it very close to the edge. And we click it off. Same situation here. We take this very top here, bring it to the edge, and we click it off. Then we take this part right here and we just flatten it a little bit. And we wrap this around. Make certain this goes in. Not this way. That's more like it. And we wrap this around. Just the two that I have there. Around the two areas there. And we cut it right up here at the very top. You don't want it at the bottom. You don't want it underneath you. You want it on the top. And guess what, guys? We have the bracelet. Took me a while. Sorry, it took me so much time doing this bracelet. And you want to kind of soften it on one side. Just this part right here. You don't want it to be too tough on fingers. You don't want it too tough on the underside. That's the big key right here. You don't want it too tough on the underside. Now, let's see how this fits. So this part right here, this part right here, and this part right here, it's looking good. And you have, so we want to kind of wrap this around the wrist just to make sure it stays in place. And there you go. I think that turned out pretty good. What do you guys think? Pretty heavy, too. I think it turned out pretty good. There's Amber and there's Ruby on this. So like I said, that turned out really good. And I made certain that when I do this, it fits on the, and there you go. Amber and Ruby. But it's wrapped around over and over again, and it just gives it a unique look. I do like how that turned out. Would I do that again? Maybe, but we're done with that. Amber turned out pretty good in my book. I did do the Amber, and then I did the Ruby. Now, next one I want to go with is something cute. See? With metal spacers. So I'm thinking these are metal spacers, by the way. They're not fake, they're metal. So I'm thinking of using the metal spacers. Go with this color right here. And let's go with emerald this time. And I'm going to do something unique. I think I want to put a flower. So I have this beautiful flower here. I think that would be kind of interesting. Put a ruby in between. Ruby in between. each flower, or better yet, what? That's not it. What happened to it? Sorry, guys. I just heard it go clink. Tells me I didn't get it all. There's the emerald. So I'm thinking of putting the spacers, emerald, and these would be in the flower. I'll give you the visual. It would be very unique, is all I'm saying. It would be very unusual. And so I'm thinking spacer in between, ruby, spacer, this, spacer, this again, spacer, ruby, spacer. Do you see what I'm thinking of? Not sure how it's going to turn out. We will try. We will try. So, hi, Audie. I did get this done, by the way. This is the first one I just did today. I'll show you it on my wrist. So, it's an amber and ruby bracelet with, I'm not sure what this is. It's not really pink pearl, but did bring it out, didn't it? So that's what I made. So now we are going to make, I'll bring anything out here. I have to go into the room. Yay! Look art. Excellent stuff. Okay. I'm trying to make a decision here. I could go. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So just give me a moment while I go get one more. I'm missing some of these. And I got to make a decision of which one I want to use. So I do have a lot of whatever you call them. So I will be right there, Audie. Right there. Just give me like a minute to go get something. Okay. I found it. I absolutely 100% found what I was looking for. So the one I was looking for is something that's kind of like this right here. So that's what I'm thinking of. Because I like this thing right here in the back, using that. And then the best thing about these things is I love how they just click and they don't come apart as easy. Like if you're wearing it, it doesn't come apart as easy. Some of the other ones that I made has this where it doesn't come, where it comes apart a little bit too easy. So we are here. We are going to have some fun, I think. We're going to have some fun. Okay. So the first things first, I always do is I get this part right here. And then I go And I wrap this. Sorry. You're supposed to be in there. There. Okay. So I always put this in first. Yes, you need sturdiness. And that's the thing right here. So what I usually do is I always go with something like this. Then I bring it to the very bottom. I don't want it too, something kind of like this. And it holds it in place. Do you see what I did? It holds this in place. Now, I am thinking. Let's go with this one right here, which is an amethyst. If I can find the amethyst. Oh. Okay, I think I got it. I wanted this whole thing in. Okay. No? Why didn't it go in? Okay, now it's on both of them. So what I'm thinking of, if I can get this down, is the amethyst is my starting point. I can get it in. Got it. My amethyst right here that I just grabbed is my starting point. You see what I did? That's my starting point. Why isn't it showing it? That's my starting point. So I always do that, and then I also fix this part up very quickly before I start the other part. And we want that nice and flat. That looks good. And nice and flat. That looks good. Sorry, just fixing that part up. Yeah, that looks much better. And it looks pretty much even. But you see this starting point. That is my starting point. So, we're going to go with amethyst first. The amethyst will bring, not amethyst, the emerald will bring out the look I'm thinking of. Hopefully it turns out the way I want it to. So, yeah, there we go. Now, that's the coloring I'm thinking of doing. Now, I mentioned about beads. They're called silver. They're called silver. These are real silver. Well, not silver, but you know what I mean. They're in between beads. So you want to have that in between before you start. So I just started it. Oh, actually, thank you for reminding me. I wanted to put this in between even the starter bead. So you always have to have the starter bead. That's a big one. When you have the starter bead, then you can start your pattern. My pattern is going to be very pretty this time. I think it is. Anyway, but we'll see. But my starter bead, see? There's a this is actually metal right here. That one right there is metal. I can prove it's metal, I think. It's supposed to be metal. That's what they say anyway. But might not be the type of metal that sticks to the thing. Then you go and take it like this. And now what I want to do, ooh, I like that idea. So there we go. So we want to set that up like that. Now, are you seeing what I'm thinking of? So this part right here and this part right here. Now, that's my starter bead right there. This is metal. This is emerald. This is metal. Then I want to put this in, and then we got what I'm going to go do. I like that idea. It just came to me just now. Okay. So this is going to go in. Okay, why isn't it going down? Okay. So this is amethyst right here. Now we're going to put one metal, and then we're going to start the fun part. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this one. Okay, so the first things first, after I do the metal, after both of the metals are in, I think you're getting an idea of what I'm thinking about doing, but we'll see if it turns out the way I want it to turn. So we are going to take this one right here. I might just go with one. And we will alternate them. I think that would be a good idea. So you take this. You take this. Excuse me, how did that one get in? Oh, okay, good. That's the way I want it. I like it. Yep, that's the way I want it. And then we take this right here. Woo! Okay, there we go. We take this. Now this is going to be a big boy. But it's supposed to be a flower. This is my goal anyway. And then we take it like this. That's not how you go. There. That is how I want it to go. So what I need to do is bring this up a little bit, I think. Bring this up a little bit, bring this down a little bit. Hold this in place like I usually do with the other one. And bring that in. Like, what the heck? No. Okay, I got the wrong side. Okay, let's see. No, it's not. Is it now where I want it? Yeah, I think it's there now. Then you take this right here. Isn't going to be gorgeous? Isn't that going to be a beautiful bloom? I thought it was going to be a pretty interesting, and it's one of those fidget blooms too. So I'm thinking this holds it in place. Then we take an amethyst. You can never have too many amethyst. It's gonna have emerald in between to look like it's the not the leaves per se, but it just brings it out a little bit more, I think. Wouldn't you agree, dear?
I think it helps, yes.
Kind of like it's a leaf, but it's not a leaf. I don't know how to make leaves yet. And then we take the emerald, which is this gorgeous emerald right here.
Sweetie,
What?
either Oddie can't spell our last name or the link is wrong.
What link?
Because she says use code gold throat.
Oh, it's you spelled the last name wrong.
Yeah, so people aren't going to get anywhere if they do that.
Yeah, it's just give me a minute and I'll type. Oh, just a second. I spelled that wrong. That's how you spell our. That's how you get the code. That's our where. A lot of people want to do that. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. A lot of people keep wanting to spell that last name wrong. Oh, Margles. So yeah, I am working on this beautiful jewelry. So what I'm thinking is this is the bloom. It's fidgety. Oh, hun, I have dyslexia myself, so I know what it's like. I know exactly what it's like. Yeah, I think I like that idea. Yep, I think I'm going with that route. And I think it makes it look really pretty when it's all done and said. Because it gives it the purple actually, the purple or the whitish purple or whatever color it is actually mixes well with this idea. And then you have that green color. And then you have that shimmery color. I can't remember what this rock is called, but someone sent it to me. I ordered it. I think it's moon rock or something. Very shimmery. So there's that thing right there. Sorry. There's that thing right there. So as you can tell when you're wearing it, oh yeah, I can fidget. Woo! So we put another of these. Oh, Murgles. Hello? Yes, you go in there. I do talk to my jewelry, or I talk to anything that I make. I'm like, why aren't you working? And now, if I remember right, we want to go with so we're going alternating. So let's see what we got for alternating. I like to alternate when I'm doing this. So let's see. Yeah. This one is the next one. So this one's the next one that needs to alternate. So we put this thing right here, this thing right here. You put this right in here. You take this one right in here. And we take this thing right here. And what's funny is I have a few things I have to pick up after the live. Don't I, honey? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. So we want to keep it as tight as possible. I've made these before, so that actually turned out really good. I like how that one turned out. Then we take that again, and they're pretty much even again. But that gives you an idea of the alternating, and it has real emerald. Look at that. And the blooms.
Ooh, yeah.
What do you think? Do you like the idea of it? I think it's pretty. What about you, dear?
What about me, dear?
Do you think it's pretty?
Have a good look at it. Well, it's teeny tiny right now.
No, I'm talking about that.
I'm never even sure about those things.
I just
Look,
love
I
it.
mean, it's good, generally speaking, but it's not my particular aesthetic.
5 mil last night.
Oh, yeah.
Rain.
Yeah. Supposed to get more later or what?
Yeah, there's more rain forecast.
Exactly. They're coming together at their own rate. And the thing is, I love making these. These are not fake. These are not what you call, oh, I can go get these anywhere in the store. No one has ever, although the Chinese might end up wanting to take it, but it takes a little bit more time because you really have to spend time getting it together. My husband doesn't like the aesthetic, I don't think, but I have to fix something. This one's being a little cantankerous. Why aren't you going? Okay, you're not even moving. Okay. Was being a little bit tough. So this is amethyst. I actually like making these fidget ones. Now the thing is, I haven't actually sold anything yet on my Shopify. I have to get the not the branding, but the packaging. If that makes sense. I have to get the packaging. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. It's in. It takes a little while. And the thing is, when you're working on things like this, it does take a little bit of time. I'm actually doing this all by hand. I don't have a machine I can do this on. I will not, I do it a certain way, and that's how I do it. I might make a brooch for this too, with this little thing with the, where it just turns like that. We shall see. But the emerald kind of gives it a look of a leaf in between, if that makes sense. Do you see what I mean? Do you kind of see what I mean when I say it gives it a little bit of a leaf in the back? In a way it doesn't, in a way it does. But that's my thoughts. I'm gonna stick to it. That is my thoughts. And it does take time. If you're actually doing the beading yourself and you're beading every jewelry that you make, does take time. It does take money to get beads. I've ordered $1,000 worth of beads. Jeff can confirm this. He knows about it. Okay, so now we go for the next one. And what I do is I separate them and I go one at a time. So which one is this one? Is this one the shorter or the bigger? The shorter. This is the shorter, so I need the bigger. Hold a second. Trying to think which one's the shorter, which one's the bigger. I need the bigger. So this one goes in right here. This one goes in right here. And then this one, I think the other ones was more dainty. This one's a little bit more, if you like big ones, big jewelries. This one kind of reminds me of like oh, what is it? Not a peony. What's the flower I'm thinking of? So the only thing that's not real on this, just so you know, only thing that's not real on this is the, sorry, is the plastic thing here. Yeah. Murgles. The only thing that's not what you call technically real is this part right here. This plastic part where it, you know, it fidgets. It fidgets, but it's so pretty. I think it's such a beautiful, beautiful look to it. Did I miss up on something? I did. I messed up, guys. That's what happens when you're not paying attention to what you're doing. So I have to pull this out. That's a little frustrating. But this one is actually, I missed it by one thing only. And it's this little guy right here. So we're going to take that off. I'm going to put that right there. Put you right there. Take you right there. And do you see what I missed? I missed that part right there before I could put the fidget thing on. It's okay. It's okay. I realized what I did and caught it before I got too far, right? There's one time I had to go completely backwards. And that is, you think you have the right amount of beads and everything, and you think you have everything perfect. Like this one, I thought I had it perfect originally. And I found out I was missing a couple beads. Yes, it's fixable. So we'll go back what we were doing before. And we're going to take this right here. And like I said, this is 100% handmade. It's not something that's easy to make. But this was actually in a dream of mine. How many people do you know like fidgeting with their jewelry? Raise your hand if you know. of people who like fidgeting with their jewelry. Well, this is called the fidget jewelry. This one is. Not, yeah. There we go. That looks amazing. And it's tight. And that's what this is. It's fidget. You play with it if you want. If you want. I like that. I go and say you can play with the jewelry if you want. So if you're like in a doctor's office, like yesterday I was in a doctor's office. Nothing bad, just something I had to do. And you're oh, Murgles, not again. Oh, good, you didn't go under. One of my famous words I say here, everybody, is Murgles. If you think about it, it's like a flower. It's called marigolds, but I go Murgles. Or well, it's spelled differently than marigolds, but yeah. Instead of saying bad words, or I try never to say bad words. Don't say I don't say them, because I have a tendency once in a while when I'm overexerted or very upset, I will actually let out a bad word. But most of the time when you listen to this channel, you hear me always saying Murgles, or you hear me say, I don't know, there's other words I use. Audie knows my words. I don't know my words right now. I can't think right now. But Murgles, Burgles, I can't think of them right now. But my famous words I love saying is Murgles. Another famous word I like saying is I have many, many ideas. Which one am I going to do first? That is one of my sayings that I said in the very beginning of videos, in the when I'm like, ooh, I have so many ideas. Which one am I going to do first? I do that. Yeah, okay. Just checking to see and make certain I didn't miss the spot. Shh. But yeah, I have I try not to cuss on my channel. Even though this is, you know, I am an adult. I think it's good to stay, you know, pretty wholesome on this channel, if that makes sense. I will have to take off this other bracelet. I'm just showing you what I made. I think it turned out pretty good. What do you think? Do you like that? This is Amber, and this is Ruby. I used real Ruby and real Amber. Oh, Murgles, why can't I get this off? I used to could get it off easy. Ow. Okay, come on. Yay, it's off. So, that one turned out really good too. I like how that turned out. So there we go. Now, we're going to check the length, because I always make certain the length is about the right size. We go with the one that has the longest length. That's what I do. And then I go and take this one right here. I make certain I did everything correctly before I do it. Then I put this one right in here. I can't remember. Oh, I remember what this is. It's not, it's, oh, what is that crystal called? Not the sweet, not the, Swedish crystal. Not Swedish. Austrian crystal. It's the other one. Swavars, Ches crystal. Took me a minute to remember what I had. This one right here is Ches crystal. They're not cheap. Trust me on that. When I said that, they are not cheap. So I'm still staying natural, right, dear?
Mm-hmm.
Except for they are Ches crystal. That looks good. Oh my word, I'm loving this. Kind of reminds me of a garden. Jeff.
What does? Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
Doesn't this kind of remind you of a garden?
I think that would do well as a tiara, actually.
I don't know. I have to make a longer one and I can make a tiara out of it. And that could be like the bracelet and the tiara set. What do you think, Audie? Do you like that idea? Bracelet and tiara set? I think that's not a bad idea. My husband gave me an idea. Now, I would have to make the tiara a little bit thicker if I'm going to do a tiara. Okay. 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 We gotcha. You're in. So yeah, tiara. I don't know exactly how to make a tiara. I never made a tiara. But I'm not sure. I've never made a tiara. But it's not a bad idea. Actually, I was thinking of a headband, to be honest. When he mentioned tiara, I saw a headband. So one of those beautiful headbands with a tiara with the flowers sticking. Oh, that would be kind of interesting. Yeah. So I'm using some freebies I was given when I make this. So yeah, it's looking good. I wanted about 5 or 6 of these to go around my wrist. So I don't have a thin wrist. So I'm thinking of fitting it, someone who has a pretty thick wrist, or even making it just like maybe making one about a size 7, one a size 8, and one a size 9. It will take me a while to get the right sizes because I'm not a size 7 in my wrist. Am I, dear?
I've never measured wrist sizes.
So right now I'm just twisting it and twisting it and twisting it. And then what I do is that's not what I wanted. Then I take my thing right here. Then you pull it to go down. Did it! Woohoo! No, you're not yet. I'm seeing one that I want. Why aren't you going? Okay, I think I got it. Yep, we got it now. Has to be silver. Okay, so we did that. Now we have one more. I think. Let me just check this and see how many I need to make. I think one more, and I think I might be good to go. I think one more. So, which one's longer? This one's longer. So I always go for the bigger one instead of the smaller one. It makes it last longer, and it goes in. And then you take this one right here, and you pull that in. Whoa! What happened? Did it just fall? I just heard it go. So this is what you call a certain type of crystal. It's heavy. It's a heavy crystal. But it just brings out, and it's so pretty. It's a pretty crystal. Why isn't it showing it? There. It's right there. Okay. For some reason, the other one decided to fall on the ground. So this was what you call a Chex crystal. Yeah, it fell on the ground. It's okay, though. It's okay. So we are going to tighten it just to that. And then we're going to use our thumb and hold it in place. Just so it's there. And then we take it like that. And we go and take one of these. And you're too big. Why are you there? You are about the right size. So yeah, I think it's a brilliant idea. Jeff thinks I could make like, well, I think a headband would look good out of this. You can let me know your thoughts. So a headband with this. Now sometimes you can't find the drilled hole. Ah, good. Gotcha. And then we go in. Then we take another one of these. Oh, Murgles, I'm dropping them left and right like little flies. All right, you want to know how many bees I've lost? I've lost 4 beads so far. When we have our own home, when Jeff and I actually have our own home, we won't lose these beads. We'll be able to find them pretty quickly because it's going to be a wooden floor. That's our plan. When you agree, dear?
Sorry, what's our plan in particular, Dan?
A wooden floor?
Yeah, for preference.
Yeah.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, I'll accept a concrete slab for a floor.
Oh yeah, but we could put like floating wood on it.
Well, yeah, later on, it's not a difficult thing to put a crisscross, not rafter. Those are for the roof trusses, but supports all throughout the floor, all throughout the where the timber is. You can, in fact, even if you wanted to, just lay a timber framework directly on top of a slab floor. It's not that difficult, although it might move a little bit. I have heard people even gluing timber to a slab floor. But ideally, I would like what they call a floating floor, where you have a little air gap between the floorboards and the slab underneath.
That's what I would like too. So how do you go about doing that?
Okay, well, in that case, depends on what you have, but you have to like if you've got timber support posts and you need to bolt on brackets, those brackets support beams which crisscross your entire area where the floor is going to go. Once you've got those beams in place, then you can just nail the planks down.
Mm.
That's how it works. Or screw them down, or whatever preferred method you have.
Mm.
Then, of course, though, you have to build a little step up into your
Sorry.
house.
Just getting an idea if I got this long enough. I mean, it would look good the way it is.
But one reason in particular why we would like the house on stumps is because you can actually keep the pests out.
Yeah.
Particularly
yeah.
the mice and the rats. They can't get in.
Yeah.
You make them with stumps, they can't crawl around the stump cap to get in. There's no possible way.
No, they can't.
You know?
Okay, there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this through this if it lets me. I mean, I could do that, and then I could just do what you call a wrap right around here and make it tight. That's one way of doing it. We got it done. It's done. It's 100% done, guys. I'm just trying to make a decision of how I want the thing to do.
Want anything in particular cooked for lunch?
Well, I would like a coffee. I haven't had my coffee today.
That can be arranged.
Okay, and that should keep it nice and tight. Let me check something. I need one more wrap around it just to make certain it's nice and tight. Which way I was wrapping? This way, I think. Okay, I think we got it. One more go. I think we got it. And we don't want this part to hurt the person's wrist. All I care about right now. So I'm thinking that that will hold it in place. And then we cut this. Very close to the edge. And then we take our little thing right here. Okay, so what I'm going to use is my needle nose. Nope, that's still sharp. See? And don't want it tight on your wrist. And we'll fix it like this. Think. Yeah, now I don't feel it. So now we just put this on as this.
There's no way to put it so you get it here.
That's fine. It's right here, guys. It's just give me a moment to get it so it fits. It's still a little snug, but it's on. And it still moves, but it's snug. And there you go. You have your fidget bracelet. Let's say you're over at a doctor's office and you're like, how much longer do I have to wait? So what do you think? It looks almost like a rose. It looks like a garden, doesn't it? It looks like a garden with leaves of green around it. Let me know you guys' thoughts. I think it turned out pretty good. What do you think, dear?
Oh, it's come along pretty well.
And
I still think those flowers are too big for a wrist. That's all I'm saying. I can picture them in something like a hair clip.
yeah, but for this time, I think that worked for today. So this is what I made. I made this one right here. And I made this one right here today. I think I did pretty good. And I did it in a pretty good timing too. Wouldn't you agree? So just give me a minute to get this sorted. There's that and then that. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to fit. Oh my gosh. Come on. For someone who has problems with that's why I went with that, but you have to still aim it just right to get it to fit. Now this one's a little bit loose, but I thought that would look good. And there's what I made. What do you guys think? I think it turned out pretty good. This has emerald, it has amethyst, and it has chess crystal. And then you get to, yeah, chess crystal. And all you have to do is you just click on this on the very bottom, click it off, and it's off of your wrist. That is what I made today. And this is what I made today. I'm using up things I own. I think that turned out pretty good. So here's this one right here. And here's this one right here. This is more for a smaller wrist. This one right here. This one's for a bigger wrist. That's what I made today. Yeah, I was thinking this looks almost like a garden. I would call it the garden fidget. Wouldn't you? The garden fidget. Where you can fidget the petals. It has emerald right here. It has amethyst right here. and it has little metal beads in between. And at the very top is a checks bead. I think I did pretty good. Next time I might do amber next time. But Jeff is right. This one is a little bit bigger and not as dainty. Like this one right here. I'll just give you an example of how dainty this one is. If I went with this one, he thinks this one would probably have looked a lot better. That one. So if I was to make that, let's say I did this, I did that, I have to just give you an example of what I'm thinking. That was supposed to be for a bigger, someone who likes peonies or stuff like that. So let's say you did this. Then you went and said, okay, I want to do this one right here. I think this would have overpowered it. Don't you think? That would have overpowered it.
Quite likely.
Oh, Mergs just dropped another one. Seem to hold on to anything. I'm just going to give you an example of this is what I usually use, is this one right here. And you put this in like this. And this one right here. So that's why I went with the bigger one. I thought that was a brilliant idea in my book. So if you put this right here, this is just to give you an idea of how overpowered that. So if you did that, this is what this one is. If you did that, would that not have overpowered it? That's all I'm going to ask. That is why I didn't do this little one with the, sorry. But that's just why I didn't do the teeny tiny one. That's why I didn't do it. Just so you know. So that would have overpowered it, I think. That's why I went with the bigger one for the bracelet this time. So that's the reason. I was just trying to show you. If I did that dainty one, I would have had to have a dainty looking thing. This might have worked in there, but I don't see that one working very well for the fidget with a green inside. But yeah, I think I did good today, so I'm happy. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Please ring the bell so you know when I upload another video, and I am in the process of learning how to do shorts. Am I strong at shorts? No. But I am willing to learn. Please comment. That helps the algorithm, so I know what you like, what you don't like, how you want me, if you want me to do something different. I like to learn. I like to learn different things. I'm going to go back to doing resin soon. After I'm done with the diamond painting, I'm finishing it off. I only am 2 rows away from being done. Not two long rows. So yeah. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Please ring the bell so you know when I upload another video. Please give me, what am I missing? Thumbs up, ring the bell, comment. I'm missing one. I always say it. I'm missing one. Please ring the bell. Please comment. Please give me a thumbs up. Oh, and please subscribe. I couldn't think of the last one. For the love of me, I couldn't think. Anyways, many blessings and shalom. It was wonderful talking to you guys. I enjoyed doing this this beautiful jewelry for you. And thank you for always being there. Bye, guys.